Because they know that they just broke ratings. Like, gotta give them props. Seriously,
they did. We are live. What's going on, everybody? So we're back again for another live discussion of The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. So we are on episode 7. Heads up. It's me and Jor-Els, Alexandria. He'll be back in just a second, but just to fill y'all in, this is complete spoiler territory. So any of y'all have not seen the episode, you do not need to listen to this because we're gonna go in straight talking about the main spoiler of the night. I'm pretty sure. So without further ado, I'm gonna let Jor-Els talk about his channel for a second, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into it.
Oh yeah. I had to grab my headphones really quick just in case to avoid any audio anomalies, which are pretty frequent. Oh yeah, by the way, fun fact, kids, got myself a new pair of bows. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
It is recommended, even though it's like $300. So proceed with caution. But for those who don't know, I represent Jor-Els Alexandria. I'm a YouTuber. When it comes to albums, mostly movies, some TV shows. For that kind of content, you know, I do reaction videos, I review things, and I promote my own art on my channel as well. Like I'm into filmmaking and soon magic, believe it or not. And yeah, it's a little bit about myself.
Yeah, dude. Let's just go ahead into it, man. Glenn is alive.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say this before we even talk about this. I have a small theory that he might not be alive, that this could be in Enid's mind. The only reason that shoots that down is because of how much they went back and him actually going and seeing the guy's body at the fence and seeing the note and then all the other stuff. But it seems as though it could easily be that some form of Enid's subconscious is being self-motivated by the remembrance of Glenn. Now, that's just a far-fetched theory, and why the writers would do that to us, we messed up. Only reason why I was thinking that is because when The Talking Dead came out, they had said we're going to see Glenn in one shape or form. And until Maggie holds this man in her arms, I've reserved in judgment that he's actually alive. I'm the only one that says that. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not convinced yet he's alive, even though it's plain to see that he is. But then I guess let's go ahead and talk about this dude survived. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts?
Oh wow. Let me just take a deep breath and try to condense this. Well, first off, let me just speak towards your theory really quick. That's interesting. Not something I would have thought of. Personally, I think, sadly, he is alive. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. I mean, I keep in mind I haven't read the comic books. Unfortunately, the Negan situation involving Glenn was spoiled by me, sadly. And like I'm like 95% sure that we're gonna see Negan this season. So with that said, if we do, and even if we didn't, he's right around the corner. But if Negan is right around the corner, right? You cannot avoid the we're talking spoilers, right? Fuck. Well, I guess we should say I'm about to get into some comics spoiler territory, so I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can't avoid the baseball bat sequence if Negan is around the corner. So
exactly.
What was the point in having this 3-4 week suspense only to make him live?
I mean, see, that's a really good question.
By way of a dumpster, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. A dumpster. Yeah, just the preferences. Somehow he managed to lift this dead body, which had to have been heavy as fuck, off of him, and without a scratch, literally, not a scratch, not a bruise, not a bite from this horde. This fool crawls underneath the dumpster, and the walkers just leave for some reason. I guess they got tired. I don't know what happened. And he gets out and he drinks a bottle of water moments later.
And see, that's the thing, that the theory that I'm thinking about of him actually being still dead, I can believe him, taking out the surrounding walkers and that being his barricade stuck underneath that dumpster. What I can't believe is that this man is not psychologically damaged. Yes, I mean, there's a will of survival that keeps your adrenaline going to get back home. But it's like, if I was stuck underneath a trash can and I didn't know if any time they could just, out of force of bodies, push the trash can even forward or backwards, that they could maybe potentially bite my legs or my arms, I mean, I would be kind of messed up. And it's like, we don't know. After the point that he was just kind of under there, blacked out the screen, right? And then later on, it showed him just there with the water. How much time really passed him being under there? Like, I have no idea. And they don't go into that. And I don't know. It seems really strange, the sequence of events, because Enid left during the attack. And then the attack happened after Glenn got caught up underneath the trash can, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, the trash can thing, I thought it would have made more sense than being actually inside the trash can. But him being underneath and then walkers being around, they can't necessarily get to him from the surrounding ones around him. From that angle, it makes a little bit more sense. But I know there's a lot of people that are mad. So are you more mad or just disappointed?
Shit. I think it's really a mixture of both. To be honest, I mean, on one hand, as perverse as it sounds, I'm actually really looking forward to the Negan moment, because that's gonna be a doozy, let me tell you. But it's just bullshit, man. It just seems like they ain't got no balls. Like, they don't have it just. Like, why, man? Like, George R.R. Martin probably spit out his coffee and said like 7 expletives when he fucking saw this scene. Like, I just don't get it, man. I wish I had Scott Gimble on speed dial so I could like rant at him about this. I think it's just stupid. I mean, to be honest, I'm almost unsure if I'm more pissed off by the endless debates about this thing or the actual answer, but still, like, I've debated this so much with people that by this point it's almost like, bruh,
it doesn't even matter at this point.
Right. Let's just move on. Like, seriously, I'm done. I'm just done.
Dude, we were talking about that like from the point that it happened for at least 3 episodes, and I think after the 3rd episode that we did this discussion for, I was like, we can't keep talking about this because somebody's gonna get disappointed. I was like, I don't care. Like, I love Glenn personally. If he survives, great.
Right.
But, I mean, I figured they would have had a better reasonings. I mean, like, say, I don't know. We're not gonna talk about it anymore. He's alive.
Right. Well, I just want to say, like, I mean, so like Glenn surviving, like, well, I mean, you think that he's still dead, which I think is interesting. I'm like 100% sure that Glenn's alive, for the record. Just want to put that out there. But what do you think about how Glenn survived?
See, that's the thing that I can't imagine that working. I need to know of a time frame. Like, if it was 3 days or if it was like just a day and a half or something like that. I don't know, because we've been going so many different sequences of time. I don't know how much time has actually passed. It seems like it's been about 2 days total. For him to survive 2 days total, I mean, it does look like his lips are parched. It does look like he's kind of been without food for a while. I mean, I would like to have seen that whole progression more than anything, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out, but I'll say this. Hypothetically speaking, if my theory was true, what would you feel about it?
I think it would. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think it would be even worse than him surviving, because so it's like now they're just doing some weird Inception shit. So now you made a fake out death when he should have gotten the Negan, only to make him actually not be alive and he's actually dead. That would just be weird, bro. That'd be weird. I think it would be worse. I think it would make things worse. I think, right?
It will make things worse for the people that love Glenn. There are so many people that on the net are ecstatic, like
right.
They don't know what to do with themselves. They're so happy that this Asian man is still alive.
No, I'm sure he's alive for sure. I mean, that would just be weird. But no, yeah, I think he's alive. I don't know why though. What was the point of them doing this? I'm so confused. Like, did they need a ratings boost? And even that doesn't make sense, because in the comic lore, we should just be coming out of like issue 80 or something like that. All right. Yeah. And the comics are on issue like 144 or 145. The creator said that he's wanting to go to like at least issue 300. Yep. So if there's so much content, then why are they doing this stupid shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
and we should probably get into tonight's episode, because I honestly, I think it's the worst episode of this season, personally.
All right, so we're different on this, because I loved actually this episode, with the exception of their process with Glenn. The only reason why I say this is because everything now is not out of sequence, but it's coming full circle. Like these questions that I have, like, okay, how is Rick gonna actually tolerate Morgan's basically almost ploy to kill him? Because by him letting those people go, Rick almost got killed, and they addressed it. Like, I didn't expect them to literally get together and address his problems, as well as I didn't expect Morgan to talk to the doctor about trying to save the wolf, which the wolf might even be out at this point. We don't know. On top of that, Carol confronting Morgan with, I was like, all the different things and the ramifications of stuff that I didn't think would be addressed got addressed in this episode. And I love that about it, because I was waiting for a point where everybody caught up with the present timing. Like, where's Rick's mind's at? Like, where's Michonne and her influence with Rick? I got to see all those things, such as Carol's influence, Michonne's influence, as well as Morgan in a certain kind of pattern of him even questioning himself. Is like, dude, I wanted to kill them, but I can't. That's not what I can believe in. That's not who I am anymore. And to me, with the exception of the Glenn situation, I actually really like this episode. But I'll let you go ahead over reasons why you didn't like it.
I mean, outside of the Glenn moments, which is just total WTF, but there was one great moment, I will say. There was one. I'll get to that. But I just thought this episode was terrible. I mean, look, I mean, it's great setup for sure.
Yeah, it's more of a setup for what is about to go down.
I'm not a setup person, man. I hated Hunger Games Part 1. I hated Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Just get to the point. I don't like I don't like setup. I mean, there has to be a little bit of setup, but I don't like this substantial setup. Like, come on, man. I mean, most of the episode is just talking.
Yeah.
Like, it was it was unsatisfying. Like the moment with Morgan and Rick and Michonne didn't really go anywhere and didn't even imply anything. You know what I mean? Like it'd be one thing if we walked away from the conversation, we were like, yo, at some point we're about to see some, Captain America, Iron Man, Civil War action. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if we came away from a discussion like that. But instead, we just came away from it just like it wasn't really much more than what I saw in the preview. That was 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, even with that, that's like you said, like this is all a means to an end because it's gonna come out to Rick that this man, one of his best friends and oldest friends, has a wolf in their place.
Yes.
Finds out,
see, when they talk about that, I want to see that conversation because Rick ain't gonna just be like, oh, okay. Rick's about to be like, oh shit, wait, what, Morgan? Like he's about to turn up on Morgan.
Dude, even with Carol with Judith, I was thinking to myself, I was like, I know Judith she's not about to take Judith to try to follow them because I was like, something's gonna happen to Judith. And then she leaves her with old girl, and I'm like, I'm so worried at this point because I saw that the foundation was about to break. I was just waiting for it. Even like the metaphor of the Pastor Glenn, or what is his name?
Gabriel. Yeah.
He was like kind of putting up the posters like let's meet a prayer meeting at 1:00, and Rick was kind of avoiding it. Ritter was trying to avoid all his emotions anyway. But you see inside that he still has a soul, he's still holding on to it. But I was like, it all was building up to this thing falling, and so as soon as it fell, I was thinking to myself, crap, everybody is not prepared for this. Like everybody, like Carol, Morgan, they about to have it out. Judith is not even with Carol. Rick is not prepared because he doesn't even know his son's about to get shot by somebody that I mean, there's so many ways that things can just go wrong at this point. The only saving grace I can say is that Daryl, Abraham, and Sasha are coming back.
Holy shit! I almost forgot their existence for a second. That's right.
Because they got the truck.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they enter the situation. But my only real look, I mean, the setup was, I think it was a good setup, but I'm just not a setup person. I'm just like get to the point. Literally, everything that we saw, minus the Glenn moment, all that could have been summed up in the first 30 minutes for me personally. And then we could have went full on walkers are in the town. Let's give people a head rush into the ending credits. That's what I would have done, but hey, that's just me. I like to get to the point, but I will say my biggest positive is the tower falling sequence.
Wow, that was beautiful.
What I thought was going to happen was when Maggie saw the green balloons, I was like, oh shit, Glenn's about to practically come in on a white horse and be like, hey guys, dumpsters are awesome, we gotta get some dumpsters. But what's interesting is that not only did that not happen, the tower falls in slow motion, which I thought was really interesting because as it was falling, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was my reaction. I was like, wow, this is it. This is it for Alexandria. There is no more safety.
Yeah.
At all. They can't hide anymore.
All hell just broke loose because is that kid gonna shoot Carl? Is Carol about to straight cap that wolf and point a gun at Morgan and be like, get? And yo, interesting.
Yeah, dude. I'm more excited for the next episode, but it's I love that feeling of being excited. And if there's not the right kind of delivery for it, I'm not as excited as actually when it happens. It was how do I put it? When I was looking at Jessica Jones, for instance, when I looked at the first episode, I knew the prospects of where it was going to go, but I had no idea like the setup would be that way. But then you make a good point though, because when Marvel messes up, they try to tie so many things into the next chapter or the next movie that the payoff is not as good because you're continuously doing that in flux. Versus like Jessica Jones, like this is a standalone. It was just a standalone show that didn't necessarily have to go to try to tie in with everything. It just was great on its own. And I mean, yeah, I think that sometimes that can mess things up if they do that, but they haven't been doing it too much. But I know what you mean for sure.
Yeah, I just, it's like, damn, man. It's like, what? So what? Next episode, or are we gonna see the first 2 minutes? We're just gonna see the walkers piling in, and then the next 30 minutes are with Daryl and Abraham driving to the site. You know what I mean? Like, just get to the point, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, I've just been waiting. Like, damn, come on.
So, what do you think is gonna happen? And who do you? All right, this is the real deal. Like, I want everybody in the conversations below as well to give their theories. Who do y'all think will die when the church falls? And that's not a metaphor, but
that's interesting because I actually don't know if we'll see a major death.
Because isn't that the mid-season finale, right?
Yeah, it is for sure. I don't know if we'll see a major death. I mean, maybe we might see like, I don't know if Diana or Deanna, whatever. I don't know if she counts as a major character, but I mean, we might see her or Spencer, maybe someone like that get just straight murdered. But
I think it's gonna be Deanna because she has hope again, and this show is not. It doesn't benefit people that have something good going for them for a second. Like when a person finally gets themselves together and they like on the straight and narrow, that's when they get killed. So
yeah,
I can believe her over Spencer, even though Spencer should die because what he did was just plain stupid.
Right. I was just like, bruh, really? You decided to just straight go Batman?
I was sitting there, I was like, who is it? I thought it was the kid with the gun at first.
That's what I thought, like, yeah.
What is he doing?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Shit, I had a great thought, but I forgot it. Oh, okay, so there's a particular thing that happens to Carl in the comic books. A physical thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I mean, we're already in spoiler territory, but his he basically goes Two-Face. His eye goes missing. I wonder if they're gonna do that. Like, it's straight up. Is the little kid gonna like shoot him in the eye and his eye is just straight missing?
I mean, they could, given that they did something like that with the governor, but at the same time, the part of the reason why they didn't have Rick get his arm chopped off, spoiler territory, he should have had his arm chopped off a long time ago, is because they want to, I guess, keep some kind of imagery with the character being on the TV universe that like he can't have too many flaws physically. So I don't know if they're willing to go there. If this was on Netflix, he would. Like, I just don't know. I think that it would make for great storytelling if that did happen. But I just don't think that they would spend that much amount of time like working on the makeup and having him look like that, and as well as like he literally looked like the governor as a little kid for the remainder of the show series.
But it is like a major. It's a major thing in the comic books.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest moments. Like, oh man, I'm sorry, Uncouple. Man, this is a spoiler talk, dude. Row Zero was like, thanks for spoiling it for me, fam. I'm sorry, dude.
Shit.
He said, low key, you hate The Walking Dead. Oh man, can we talk about how Rick has been punking Gabriel? How you gonna tear down a prayer circle flyer? Well, I thought we did talk about it.
But look, I think, I guess we should get into predictions about next episode, or at least hopes. I hope that we're done with setups, and let's just get to the point. All right. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, does that kid shoot Carl? Yes or no? All right.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know. Here's one thing I want to propose real quick. I wonder if Glenn doesn't meet up with Maggie, right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't meet up with the group, even though we think he's going to. He's detached from everyone, and the next time that they see him is when he's captured.
You talking about the survivors? Oh, snap. That would be sad.
Right. Because I'm like, yo, there's too much happiness going on. There's got to be something up Scott Gimble's sleeve here. You know what I mean? Something.
Yeah.
Something's off.
That would be actually really interesting. I could see that happening because I don't see him and Enid getting back. I don't know how they would actually get back into town physically. So yeah, that could happen. Like them trying to go and find a different way, and then the survivors catching up with them. Because didn't like Daryl and Abraham run away from the survivors? I think that was the survivors.
Yeah, or
it's implied, I guess.
Yeah, I think in the comics, they're called the Saviors. I think
the Saviors or survivors, something like that.
Someone might have to fact check that, but I haven't read the comics. It's just through all these Glenn is alive or dead arguments, just those spoilers sort of slipped out. But I wonder if they might go that route. That would be interesting because everyone's just assuming that Glenn coming in on a white horse moment, and maybe not. Maybe not. A friend of mine also proposed that maybe instead of that kid shooting Carl, that kid and Carl actually get stuck together by themselves for a good amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that theory?
I mean, I think they would, but the thing that the kid doesn't realize that Carl killed his own mom. Like, that kid thinks he knows darkness, but Carl will kill him if he needs to. Like, that's the thing that the kid don't really understand. Not just that, even if he gets away with shooting Carl and wounds him, Rick will slay him. He won't just kill him. He will slay him in front of his mother and his little brother, and he won't think anything of it. Like, that's the reality that, like, even if this dude happens to shoot Carl in the same exact place like that we're talking about, bruh, he better just run from the camp because he's not gonna make it out alive. Rick will do it. He made it seem like it was an accident. Nobody would know.
Yeah, Rick is Rick is one of the coldest motherfuckers I've ever seen, real or fictional. Okay, like it's like, damn. Rick is not playing around, bro. Oh my god. I'm just hoping that next episode is just relentless from start to finish.
We'll let you read Gearmaster's prediction. He quote and says, Carl will lose an eye. Half of the people in Alexandria are gonna die. Tara will die protecting somebody, probably the doctor. Rick stabs Gabriel. Why? I have no idea. And then Carol and Morgan are gonna hook up Jungle Fever.
That would be insane. Yeah. I'd be like, what?
That's not gonna happen, Gearmaster. I mean, you have me with everything else. That's possible, but I don't know why Rick would stab Gabriel just unless he was mad. But yeah, those are some interesting predictions.
Yeah, I actually thinking about it, I think Tara or that doctor is probably going to get it next episode for sure. I don't really anticipate we seeing a sprawling romance with the two of them, so I think one of them is probably going to eat it next episode.
That would be crazy though if Tara died and like, or at least got wounded mortally, and the doctor tried to save her, like she'd probably kill herself because, like, I think Tara is the one that continued to motivate her to do what she's doing, and if she couldn't save Tara, I'm pretty sure she probably would just kill herself, and that'd be really sad. But it'd be a really interesting story plot. But we'll see where it goes.
I just hope they end strong. I mean, Walking Dead's not going to be back until February. Like, I just hope that they end. Like, I want a relentless head rush of an episode. I don't want. Don't drag your feet. All right.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, please leave us with something satisfying.
Yeah.
Please. God's sakes.
Man, I don't know, man. Any other predictions we got?
Oh, well, I guess, I mean, it seems a little bit early, but, you know, we might see some savior action, or maybe like a slight glimpse of Negan. Well, Negan might be pushing it, but might see some saviors. Maybe.
Yeah. That would be crazy. I think, well, I think that we've already seen them.
At the same time, though, I just got to say, you know how insane it would be if Glenn was trying to enter the camp. He couldn't because of zombies, and he accidentally, like, shoulder checks Negan. Like, I'd be so excited. I'd be like, oh, my God. But,
oh, my goodness. I can't wait to see the character. I literally just can't wait to see him play that character because there's so much hype already behind the character, but to have an actor to that caliber that's played, in my opinion, one of the best characters, like, in The Watchmen as a comedian, like, dude, I can't wait. Did you know that he's gonna be playing Thomas Wayne, Bruce's dad, in Batman versus Superman?
Oh, no, I didn't know that. That's hard.
Yes.
That's hard. I did not know that. That's sick. Wow. No, I think he's a pretty cool actor. I thought he was fantastic as a comedian. Unfortunately, I know really nothing about Negan except for some visual aesthetics. And other than that, look, based on some of the descriptions I read about the guy, I think he's gonna crush it. I dare I say he's probably gonna be the best villain on The Walking Dead, period.
He could be. He could be. Gearmaster said he's gonna be the one to cut Rick's hand off. That's what Gearmaster said. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like that would make up for it. Like this is the perfect kind of timing for something like that to happen.
Okay, real talk. That would be so sick. If they were just like, fuck it, we're still cutting his hand off, and not only that, Negan's doing it. That would be so insane. Whoa. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I'd actually go crazy over that. Even though the governor was supposed to do it, I would be fine if Negan was the one that did it. Like,
I think that might actually happen, bro. that actually sounds like some sound logic right there. I think that might go down. That sucks, but
hey, that contributes to the story.
I want to find the actor Aaron when he was talking about season 6 finale.
Where the heck was Aaron in this episode? Because he was the only one that didn't show up.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we saw him.
I didn't see him the whole episode, and I think I know what you're talking about when he was talking about the mid-season finale being really dark or something like that. Was that about the season finale or was that about the mid-season finale? I can't remember. But he said it was like gonna be really dark.
Yeah, that's the comment I'm trying to find. No, it was about just the season finale of season 6. I'm trying to find the comment now, but the way he described it, he said that was fuck it. I remember it from memory, but he said that he not only is it like the darkest episode that he's like read personally, not even just for The Walking Dead, but just in general, which that's some big hype. He said that the finale is equivalent to The Usual Suspects.
What?
Now, for anyone who's not seen The Usual Suspects with Kevin Spacey, the ending of that film, in my opinion, is at least top 7, top 10 of all time from any movie. Like, it's literally one of the greatest twists in movies. Okay.
Yeah.
And to give that sort of hype to the season finale, whoa.
Yeah, that's why I'm really thinking that they're gonna save Negan for the last 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna imply him the episode before the season finale, and then the season finale is just gonna be him destroying. Because I think that Michonne, she wasn't introduced until the season finale as well, and it was like just her chopping like 2 of the walkers' heads off while she saved Andrea, and then she had like 2 walkers to her side, and it was just like it was perfect. It was the perfect kind of moment. Then when she actually showed the actress, I was like, it was the perfect kind of setup. So I think they probably do something like that for this. Either way, it's gonna be epic.
His introduction is gonna be one to see, bro. Damn. Like, someone's getting batted. They got to. Someone's getting batted. And if that's the case, then it has to be Glenn, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be Glenn. I mean,
some people are like, oh, well, they're not gonna push through this twice. Glenn's gonna live. And I'm just like, oh, I hope they don't do that.
Well, didn't they do that though? They did that with Tyrese. Like, Tyrese made it through all those walkers to save Judith, just for him to die that same season by a random walker attack in Noah's house. So I mean, they can't say that. Like, I mean, they can easily do that if they want to, but we'll see. I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah, dude. Next episode. I guess what are your main predictions or hopes for next episode?
I mean, I think that there's gonna be a death. I just don't know who. I'd be inclined to believe that the biggest death that I see happening would be Deanna, just because she passed off the plans to Michonne. So it was passed off to somebody, the prospect of hope. But then for her to die, that would make sense to me. But then I don't know. All I know is Carl and that boy are going to have some kind of resolution to their problem.
Oh, yeah. I personally think Carl's getting shot, but hey, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Carl, he been acting too much like a punk, so he got to kill that kid. I mean, to me, like, I've seen Carl grow up since the beginning. He's grown up to a fine warrior, and I'm like, he treating this kid like a little kid, man. Like, nah, you supposed to be mentally like messed up. Like, deal with them, you know. But we'll see. Those are the only 2 things I could think of. But I am seriously hyped for the next episode more than I was for this one. And I didn't think that was even possible. Because when we heard in the whatchamacallit, like at the end of last episode, that might have been Glenn on the radio, that was all. Wait. Hold on. So Daryl and Abraham, they were the ones that heard a radio from Glenn. Right? So the last episode on the radio, it was like that was the biggest thing that everybody was thinking that Glenn was gonna come back this episode because they heard the radio. So at what point is it that Glenn is gonna get on the radio to communicate to them, and why? You know what I'm saying? So is it that Glenn knows what happened and he's telling them, or is it something more than that? Like, I didn't even think about that. So Glenn is communicating with Abraham and the group. So I don't know, man. That's a whole different level that I didn't think about.
I don't know. Actually, I didn't even.
He might be captured. He might be. Man,
maybe. I don't know.
Me jacked up.
Either way, it was an interesting episode to say the least. But it just, I don't know. I wasn't really fucking with it. I'm personally feeling like I don't know, maybe a good 5 out of 10 on it. That's probably what I give it.
What did I give it? Actually, I don't know if I gave it a rating during my review. I did it so quick. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Did you?
I actually enjoyed it. Because only reason why is because I love a build up. So probably the next episode, if they do it right,
Yeah.
it literally sets up for the next episode being a 10 in my heart. so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. But thanks everybody for watching. Like, it's been really awesome. We gotta get ready to go to sleep though, because it's getting late. It's like 11:53. We've been going strong for almost an hour.
Oh shit.
But yeah, you got anything else before we roll out of here, man?
Nope.
All right.
Got nothing.
All right, you two. Thanks everybody for watching. Go and go to the description bar below. Go check out Jor-Els' channel as well as CinnaGaming. Also got him listed below. He couldn't be out there tonight. And if you don't know the Gamer 2323, Jeremy, huge shout out to him. Go check out his channel. It's in the description bar below as well. Y'all have a blessed night. We out. JVS, Jor-Els. Peace, everybody.
Peace.